Hi guys, it's Kaylee. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. I am starting a new vlog, days in my life kind of series today. Today is Valentine's Day when I'm filming this. This is kind of my only chill work day this week. It's my only day really working from home. So I want to do some focus on self-care. I woke up and my skin has been breaking out a lot. It's honestly looking a little bit better today than it was yesterday. Ever since I stopped my hormonal birth control, I've definitely been dealing with the breakouts. If you guys have any tips, let me know. It's mainly around my mouth, and then I find in between my eyebrows, which the worst areas to break out, just dead on. You can't even really hide it. And also I've been noticing on my shoulders, I've been breaking out. They're just a bunch of little breakouts, and I'm not really sure why. I clean myself regularly and I've been using my acne products, but it's not really budging. So if anyone has tips for me, definitely let me know in the comments below or via an Instagram DM or something. But I did start my day with one of my favorite face masks, so hopefully that helps a bit. It definitely toned down the redness on my face. My drink of the moment has been iced tea lemonades. I found these at the store and they're really good. If you ever see them, they're not too sweet. I find that a lot of store-bought tea lemonades can be way too sweet. So I know I haven't done a Q&A in a while on this channel, and I figured we have a bit of catching up to do. So I thought while I'm painting my nails, while I'm getting ready for tonight, we could answer some different questions that you guys asked me on my Instagram. I have very few nail polish options for painting my nails at home, but I haven't been getting them done, both to save money and also because I'm constantly doing so much renovation work upstate that it just doesn't feel worth it to get my nails done. There's a bunch of good questions in here. Actions you've taken to live a happier life. That's a good one. And I think it's kind of hand in hand with another question that I got about how to build discipline and have boundaries with yourself. And I think a lot of this all comes down to, and this is something that I feel like I've really finally noticed in recent years, and it's just staying true to your word. Staying true to your word for yourself, doing what you say that you're gonna do, whether it's for yourself or for other people. But with the boundaries thing, something that's really helped me is to try my best to talk to myself like I would talk to one of my close friends or loved ones, or maybe even the younger version of myself, because I am such a big advocate for the people that I love and making sure that they're treated well and get what they deserve. And just trying to do that for myself too has really helped me stay true to boundaries. And I think maturing has a lot to do with it as well. And as for discipline, I think that's the greatest way to start, is just to stay true to your word. And I really do believe that leads to a happier life. Also just simplifying things. And I would say letting go of most things that you feel like you have to fight for. But I think that mostly comes down to relationships. I mean, coming from me, I feel like I'm such a fighter for things that I want. Definitely kind of the person that nothing can stand in my way. But I've had to learn to just let go when things aren't working out. Be a little bit more go with the flow. And as an anxious person, that's difficult. I love my routine. I love setting my goals and following through with them. If you have mental health problems, I'm a big advocate for getting on medication, or at least trying it. I was so scared to do that, and it completely changed my life. It made my life so much easier. I feel like there was just a huge blockage before that no matter what I did, I couldn't get past a wall. And lately I've been thinking more about considering going off my medication for depression and anxiety. Then I kind of reel myself back in and I'm like, this is working. You don't need to experiment right now. Also, another big thing for happiness, I think, is getting an animal if you're an animal person. I'm happy I waited because I have the dog that I have now, but I absolutely could have done it sooner, and I think it would have improved my mental health a lot. But I love animals. I want more animals. They just brighten every day. Obviously sometimes they're challenging, but I think that's a big key to a happier life as well. I think I was worried I wasn't ready, but I would have always been able to do it. Life just would have looked a little bit different. Nails are done. Definitely not salon quality, but that's okay. I'm about to go hop in the shower and start getting ready for tonight, and it's the perfect time to introduce my partner on this video, Billie. Billie was started by the founders when they noticed that women were overpaying for razors and also being shamed for their body hair. Before Billie, they viewed the market as a constant afterthought for women and just a category overall that was more designed for men. Women were paying 10 to 15% more for razors that weren't even designed for their own needs. So they did away with the pesky pink tax and designed a razor specifically for women while letting them know that shaving is a choice, not an expectation. Billie calls for an end to shame-based routines and the beginning of joy-based ones. Your body doesn't need to be fixed, just cared for in the way that you like. And I find that to be so refreshing on the women's personal care and beauty front. Billie sent me their $10 starter kit to try out. It comes with the handle, 2 blades, and a magnetic holder that snaps really easily into your shower, all for $10. Not only are these affordable, but they also offer a super smooth shave. There's plenty of space in between the blades to help with clogging as well. And the magnetic razor holder keeps your razor super dry and safe. Billie also offers free shipping. If you guys want to give Billie a go, I'm gonna have all the info in my link in the description box below. And thank you so much to Billie for partnering with me on this video. It's later today and I've just been getting some work complete before this evening. I just did my makeup and kind of did a refresh on my hair with some dry shampoo. I was supposed to have a hair appointment tomorrow to get my roots done, and I've also heavily been considering giving it a bit of a chop. I'm definitely getting a haircut, but I'm kind of deciding if it's more than a trim that I'm doing. Every time I see a girl with hair like to here lately, I'm like, I want my hair to look like that again. But I spent a while growing it out. It does grow pretty quickly. Right now my hair is looking pretty brown because the red is so faded unless you're like out in natural light. But I'm unsure if the red makes sense with shorter hair. You guys have to let me know because I had to reschedule my hair appointment for tomorrow, so I still have some time to decide. I can't remember if I told you what we're doing tonight, but we're going out to a nice dinner at a restaurant that we've been meaning to try. It's called Jupiter. If you guys are in New York or London, in New York, the same owners opened up King, which is a really delicious restaurant. And then there's a restaurant in London called the River Cafe, which is actually one of Siggy's family's restaurants. It's an amazing restaurant in London, food-wise and design-wise. And the women that opened up King and now Jupiter in New York used to work at the River Cafe. So we've been recommended to go here. This one is in the Rockefeller Center, which I never really venture that far uptown anymore, but I'm excited to check it out. So you just walked in with flowers and this leather diamond bracelet from the Real. It's so cute. Hi guys, it's the next day. I've just been running errands and now I'm sitting in my car waiting for street cleaning to end. But I wanted to share a little bit about last night. The restaurant Jupiter was so delicious and it's so beautifully designed inside. I feel like I definitely have, I've been calling it a bit of a butter hangover today. I didn't really even drink last night. I had one cocktail, but there was so much butter in the pasta that we had and so much dairy. It was delicious, but I'm definitely feeling a little bit sluggish today. My body's not really used to that, but I think I mentioned it last night, but Siggy came home from work with flowers and this box from the Real. Oh, and then after dinner, I wanted to mention this just in case this person is watching, but after dinner, we were on the train home. I was kind of caught off guard. It was like almost 11 p.m. on our train ride home, and this super chic guy came up to me and asked if I was me and was like, I'm such a big fan, and he gave me a rose. I feel like I was kind of awkward because it was like when the train was stopping and he had to run and I didn't even get his name. I'm always scared of seeming standoffish. I don't think I did, but just in case I did. He's wearing this really cool blazer and tabby boots, I think. And thank you for the rose. I added it to my bouquet. Later today we have a super small e-com shoot for our new knitwear drop, so I need to get together some looks for that. And then tomorrow I am doing an overnight trip in DC. I haven't been to DC in so long. I'm actually working with a hotel there. Originally the trip was supposed to be a staycation in New York, but it got moved and DC's not that far away. So we're driving down there tomorrow. Here's my fit for today's shoot. Wearing our white drifter long sleeve. It's organic cotton, super comfy. We also make this in black. The black one is almost sold out in some sizes, so if you want one, I'm gonna put a discount code just for my followers in the description. And I don't think we're gonna restock them until fall probably, because they're definitely more of a fall winter piece and we're starting to go into summer. I'm also wearing a bunch of our oxidized silver jewelry. These are our hoops, trail offerings necklace, fossilized band, an heirloom ring, the bracelet Siggy just got me, our new hat, long linen skirt, and my Western Fry boots. I want to share with you guys really quick the new pieces that we're shooting today. One of them is the hat that I'm wearing. We also make this in like a charcoal gray color. I love it. I feel like I never would expect hats like this to look good on me, but it's so like 90s grunge. I love it. So these pieces are all a knitwear collab with our friend Rachel in Montreal, and she hand makes all of these. They are made with the most high quality yarns. I'm super picky about knitwear that I wear, especially when it's like mohair and alpaca yarns, but these are so soft and incredibly beautiful. I have these like chain open knit sweaters. I think these are perfect for going into spring and also layering. Made this beautiful red color. They have slightly longer sleeves. They're made to look a little bit distressed, but this is definitely one of the more delicate pieces in the collection. We're including some bits of yarn with each order in case anything gets snagged or damaged when you're wearing. So I really love the distressed look, and we've kind of incorporated it into the design. And then we made the same sweater in this charcoal. I'm so obsessed. And we have some different sleeves. These are modeled off our drifter long sleeve, which I'm currently wearing, but they're made as sweater sleeves, so you could wear them with like a tank top or just layer them on top. And also that same charcoal gray, so they have the thumb holes just like these. Then we made our alpaca dress, which we've already released in the same black. That is this hat. Again, one of my favorite pieces. I love making dresses and skirts for our brand and seeing who purchases, because it is a more unisex brand, and I always love seeing how people style these, especially when they're like in a more androgynous way. But it's like a mid-length dress. I would totally style it over my current outfit. It's slightly sheer, but not as sheer as the sweaters. Super small shoot today. I would call her one of my friends. We've been mutually following each other for a while, and she just moved to New York. I'm excited to meet her in person, especially in like a more casual sense, because like I said, this is just a smaller shoot. Usually we have more than one model when we're shooting e-com and quite a bit more pieces. I need to style these looks, and then I need to get going. Let's go. How have you made friends in New York, especially your own friends separate from your boyfriend? I feel like most of my friendships in New York honestly stemmed from my college experience at FIT. Not even that I have like so many friends that went to my school, but that was such a like breeding ground for forming new friendships in that period of my life as well. Also, probably through social media, mutual friends in some way. But I think a lot of it is just putting yourself out there. Also, something that I was talking about with a friend the other day is how, I don't know if it's just our generations, I think social media can kind of amplify this, but your friends don't have to be just like you. They don't have to have the same interests, they don't have to work in the same industry. It's honestly so much more interesting to have friendships that are just totally different than you. So I think being open to that is really important. I was already really well established in my friendships, especially female friendships, before my partner came along, but I've also developed great relationships through his friends as well. But I think you just have to reach out to people and immerse yourself in some sort of community. I've made so many random friends in New York via the dog park that live such different lives than me. Workout classes, volunteer groups. I think there are people everywhere that you can meet. I've always been curious about how you are mentally able to run your business with your ex. I don't really. I feel like I've touched on this before, and I actually get that question a lot from people in real life, not this virtual world as well. While he still owns the business, he hasn't been an active part in it in a few years now. Almost 4 years now, which is kind of crazy. So we go months without talking to each other unless there's like something that needs to happen. So it's pretty chill. We're also both chill people, so I think it would be okay if we had to work together, but I don't think it would be ideal or necessarily the most healthy to do that. How old is your dog? Does he ever try to destroy the sofa or your furniture? You know, he's always been quite good about not destroying furniture since he was a puppy. He definitely has his moments. There are things he destroys. He destroys socks and underwear like no other. I have to keep them away from him. He's 2 now. Somehow he's always been quite good about like couches and furniture. We let him up on the furniture, pretty much free reign. And I think he really considers it to be his as well, and he wants to take good care of it. He's also just a bit more of a posh dog, and he cleans his paws himself every time at the door before we come inside. I didn't teach him to do that, he just does that. So I think we kind of got lucky on that front, but I know a lot of dogs are not like that. And then what is the hardest part about owning a Vizsla in the city? That's Laszlo's dog breed. I would say exercising them is the go-to for that answer, but for me personally, it's more of him being a more anxious dog. They are a more anxious breed. There are just certain areas that he just does not feel comfortable in, and he's very observant. And that's been the biggest challenge for me, is just that he's a bit more of an anxious dog, but I'm an anxious human, so I understand him. Tips for living with your partner. I have so many friends moving in with their significant others lately, and I've also been asked this question in real life. So I've lived with 2 partners in my time. Both were very different experiences. Both were actually in this apartment as well, which is funny. But in my successful relationship, I would say that the most important part is not acting like your roommates, even though you live together. Setting intentional time together is so important, because you can just come home from work and sit on the couch and scroll on your phone and throw a random show on, and that's not really good for either of you. It's not good for your relationship. And also, I would say kind of divvying up house responsibilities and finances however you guys want to do it. Every couple is different. Something that Siggy and I kind of recently, like in the last 6 months, did with our dog is when we're in the city and we're both home, we always take him on walks or outside together, unless there's some reason that we can't. We like to do things together that are like the annoying things that neither of us like to do, at least when it's possible, so no one feels any sort of resentment. And then there are things like, for example, Siggy really doesn't like folding laundry when it comes out. I don't mind at all. I actually like doing laundry, so that's something that I handle. I hate breaking down cardboard boxes. He handles recycling. So just kind of having that conversation, I think, is really important. Just being patient with each other. I have more questions to answer later, but I'm gonna let my nails dry.